Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grab everything that needs to be on stage. So we're gonna come back in a minute with the van and just load it with everything that needs to be over here. The drums are over here.
Miscommunication. He actually wanted all of our gear.
It's a huge stage. Definitely different than the rooms we've rehearsed in.
Hey, who's still back at the van?
What?
At the trailer? Is anyone still back there?
No one. Nobody. No one. Why? What's up?
We need to send someone to grab a megaphone before the show.
I feel like everybody's like kind of hesitant about like the hip hop act at like noon.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Yes, please. Keep going. Billy, will you grab the tape on my chair? Stop. You could just put another little X right here, and then one right in the middle too. Keep in mind who the audience is. It is not Berklee students. It is people who consume music for fun on the radio because they like it. We don't actually have their set length yet. My guess is somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. Did you guys hear that? That's what we're guessing your gutball set will be. Why are you making a face? What's wrong? What did you prepare?
Hour.
Oh, damn, it won't be an hour. Summer class is all based around rehearsals. So instead of meeting for an hour once a week, we meet for about 4 to 5 hours once a week. They're preparing an artist to transition from a basement in Alston to a 60 by 40 foot stage in front of thousands of people in a wide open field. It's a huge difference.
The culminating experience that gets most of the attention are the festival performances. But a lot of the value that the students get actually comes before then.
The students are taking notes the whole time. They have prompts that they're looking at. Could they use some movement and blocking coaching? Could they use choreography? Do they need dancers? How is the artist engaging with their band members? How is the artist engaging with the audience? The audience is the students sitting in the class. It can be a little awkward for the artists. Are there too many people on stage? That's something that we run into a lot.
If an artist is going to be successful in today's music industry, they have to perform live. They have to.
So a lot of the time you guys are both like overdoing different things, and then there's some moments where you'll sync up and kind of do these moves like in sync with each other. Whenever you do that, I really start to tune in and pay attention to whatever you're saying and what's going on in the song, because you're emphasizing that moment.
I wish you like stay out more too, because you hover in the back a lot, and I wish you like interacted more.
Do you all have thoughts on key tracks? Because that was 50, 60 minutes. We need to get this to somewhere between 20 and 30.
I mean, butterflies and side eyes for sure. Like must be in the set. I think there shouldn't be even an argument about it. And then I think like when it comes to slower songs, like For Your Love or Caroline, when I've been to festivals or just like big showcases, I stay away from anything that's slow, singer-songwritery. Like it's easy to just walk by and be like, wow, that's pretty, and then let me go get merch.
You only have 20 minutes to captivate an audience when there is another band on stage at the same time. The risk of putting in a slow song is what I call a hot dog song. You're gonna hear me say this all summer long. You get up out of your seat and you go eat a hot dog, and then you approach the stage again. Okay, you're just like, not for me, gonna go get a hot dog.
It's difficult because you're telling them to change their set list and move things around, an upbeat song or downbeat song, and what to say, where to stand, how to enter, how to leave, all of that. What they do, I mean, they really, really do make these, well, they're a bunch of musicians into artists. And they become really a part of it all. I mean, stage managing it all, making sure the distances are right, doing all the advanced work. I mean, to this day, I'm really surprised how good they are. They can sit in front of a band and they will have really, really good input.
We've known this whole time that Uni doesn't go to Berklee, so there's always going to be those problems when we're trying to set up rehearsals, because he's like in school himself, so he can't always fly out to Boston. So we actually brought in a choreographer, Heather, who's helping them with like their stage presence and just making sure that when they're up there on the Gov Ball stage, they look super cohesive.
It's been tough because the second half of the duo hasn't been here, but we definitely want to lock in and tell the story.
So I think my initial reaction, just as like a choreographer, you look like you get tired.
Yeah, I need to hit the treadmill.
Really, yeah. Just like, yeah.
Just give me
And if the stage is bigger, and you're trying to bring all of that to a bigger space, that's going to take so much more of your energy.
I feel like for Offbeat, it's a little trickier. It is. Our festival's coming up like it's June 9th. That's 1 month into the summer. Everybody else gets they get months, especially since we were advancing the show this week.
Yeah, we've been way more involved with Gov Ball than graduation. We haven't been involved in. Did you do senior week? I didn't do senior week.
This is cooler than senior week. I've been to Fenway Park. I haven't been to Gov Ball. Today, I'm going to be serving as the production manager, so kind of helping out with some of the techier stuff and making sure that all of our stuff is accounted for and where it needs to be.
I'm the press and media manager, so I'll be taking Offbeat around the media tent.
And I'm the tour manager, so I'm supposed to be keeping everybody together, in charge of itinerary and stuff like that.
Can we drive the golf carts?
You find one that doesn't have to drive it.
I was asking so seriously. So that's a no?
That's a no.
Feels super exciting because first of all, we have a great show prepared. I believe a lot in the artist that is performing, but also we're gonna get to meet not only artists, but also the teams of artists and get to see how they work with their teams and get the real life experience.
I'm feeling a little nervous just because I have to take them to the media tent and there's just gonna be so much going on and I don't have no idea what to expect, but I'm really excited to see how things go.
Their show is beyond good. I think they're gonna surprise people.
They've actually grown so much over the last couple of months and it's crazy the difference from the first rehearsal versus the last rehearsal, so it'll be so cool to see that translate onto a big stage.
I feel like everybody's kind of hesitant about the hip hop act at noon. Nobody's really gonna be there, but I feel like their energy, I honestly think it'll come across very well. Plus, I think that just the sound of it will draw people to this stage.
Yeah. Look at the trees, that's gonna make us there.
How are you feeling? Great. Yes? Yes. Ready? Yeah. Ready? How are you feeling? Good? Okay. Can you be on social media, out in the mix? Okay. Have fun. Have the time of your life.
Please make your way to the Gov Ball stage for the commencement of the 12th Annual Governors.
Baby, I can stand up, swinging with my hands up, and I'ma buy your mama a house. With my bands up, I never thought that I would have found my Cinderella. Baby, you was heaven sent, that might be irrelevant. Put a wig at the knees every time I see your messages. Never been one to kiss your name, not gonna tell a friend, but you're the exception. Come here, let me teach you a lesson. I never forget what she ever be said in every session. We are BPMI. In the books.
I think Offbeat's first rehearsal back in April, honestly, it's crazy to even think about how long ago it was.
Wonderful. I thought the show was very, very, very high energy. And what I liked the most is they were able to attract people, even though they were performing when the doors just opened.
So we are in the media lounge and also the press tent, and I'm here just kind of bringing Grant and Uni along. We got, Magnet Magazine, WBAR-FM, WNYU-FM with NYU Radio, Washington Square News, Fordham University Radio, Rice University Radio, and a couple of other people who are here to take portraits of them.
It was over so quick. When we hit that last song, I couldn't
Yo,
believe
it was
that
like,
it
I could not believe that it was over. That was the quickest 30 minutes of my life, man.
Every artist wants to work with BPMI. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, the fact that we had the opportunity to fail, the opportunity to mess up, the opportunity to let mistakes come along, but having someone like to guide us through those mistakes and like to let us know like this happens in the process.
No matter what happens, like it's a learning experience for both us and for everybody on the team.